I've been very fortunate in my career to get to work on some pretty, major projects, things that have a lasting impact on Oklahoma and just the people of Oklahoma. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, the most rewarding part is just to be a part of some of the most milestone projects like the Capitol and hospitals and places where people want to go, places where people are all the time.
I'm really proud of what our businesses have become over the last 10 years. We've become incredibly diverse. We're working with the federal government in all sorts of different new arenas. We have employees all over the world, and that makes me happy because I've really seen it grow. I've been there for 10 years now, and C&B is something different than it was yesterday, and I think that's just so incredible to be part of that.
I'm very fortunate at Gable to have a legacy of lawyers that came before me. That work hard, do excellent legal work, and are known for that. And so I step into the position inheriting all that. And so I think I'm proudest about taking that legacy and continuing it on forward in the generation. But ever thankful for the legacy that was given to me when I started at Gable.
We're a group of people, most of us from Tulsa. And the city of Tulsa and the oil and gas industry over the last 2 years has been through some rough times. And I think the thing that I'm most proud of is I'm surrounded by a group of young professionals that have fought hard to stay in this community. A group of young professionals that are interested in personal growth and hard work and Tulsa as a community and their home.
I do civil litigation, which and usually on the defense side, which means I'm representing the person or company who's been sued. That's usually a very stressful experience, even for people who may have been familiar with litigation and been involved in it before. And the sort of sense of relief that I can give to them by saying, all right, I'm taking this problem, I'm going to handle it, you go relax, go spend time with your family, go spend time making money for your company, whatever it is you need to do, I'm dealing with this. That probably is what I'm most proud of about my job and gives me the most sense of fulfillment as much as anything else.
Helping people. I got into medicine because I love science and I love understanding the human body, but I get the opportunity every day to work with different people, meet different people, and try to make them feel better.
Actually meeting the needs of our customers. There are so many people who are in a life change event, whether it's a new baby, they're moving, or they have someone in their care who needs a walk-in bathtub. We want to be the place that people come to and find answers to their questions, because otherwise I have no idea where to even start when I'm researching a walk-in bathtub. We want to help people make these decisions because they're really important, and we want to help make it as easy as possible.
Well, there was one experience that we had. We did an art show called Please Touch the Art that featured art that could be experienced using all 5 senses with a special focus on visitors who were visually impaired or blind. And so we were able to get a lot of people through that exhibition that maybe had never been able to truly experience an art exhibition before, whether those were folks with low vision or whether they were students or children that had never been to something like that. And we had an artist come in named John Bramblett from Texas, and he's blind as well. And I think he really changed a lot of people's perceptions about what it means to be blind. And we were able to offer free workshops for a lot of students who were blind, and for some of them that was the first time they'd really tried to do something like that, and they had a really positive experience, and that was one of the things I was most proud to be a part of.
The best part is really when you get to walk into a finished product and have the clients really appreciate what they're doing and appreciate what they end up with, and that it really meets the needs of who they are.
I have the most sense of pride working with a relentless team of educators who are willing to do whatever it takes to pour into the lives of children. So often, we go out and we get the big fancy job, and many students right out of college feel like there's so much more out there to life than to go back and to pour into children in the community. And so it's just a blessing to work with a team of educators who are relentless, who pour in extra hours after work, before work, to ensure that our students are having access to excellent education.
Being able to really share my heart with the Chickasaw people and our tribe is really what makes me probably the most proud of my job.
I'm involved in medical education, so I'm involved in training the next generation of physicians and medical students and residents. And to see them go from coming into medical school wide-eyed and very little knowledge, growing up to be full-fledged practicing physicians is incredibly rewarding.
So as the controller, I do things like financial statements, bank reconciliations, but which may seem mundane, but to me it's about the physicians, the nurses, the aides that are saving lives. If I can help support them, then you know, it's a good day to me.
I really enjoy being able to look at my job and take a step back and see the tangible impact that my job has on the museum and on the Oklahoma City community through the engagement with our groups, through our programming and through our exhibitions.
The thing that makes me the most proud is when a patient will share like a photo, not a photograph that I've taken, not some sort of like professional or medical pre or post-op photograph, but some sort of, often like a social media image of them at some sort of family event, a wedding, a holiday, a vacation, something along those lines. And I see sort of this light in them that I don't see in the pictures that they may share with me from before an operation or procedure, right? There's just something that's brought out of them, even if it's a relatively minor thing that just shows that, hey, what we did together really had an effect.
Building unusual things, thinking through ways to construct things that no one has done before, using materials that aren't common, being a little unconventional.
Actually having something tangible that you can use and experience.
Getting to help people see better. It's very rewarding. Of the senses, I would argue vision the most precious. Something that, you know, certain individuals who have been significantly deprived of vision for whatever reason, in my specialty, the front of the eye, the cornea and the lens, and then being able to help restore vision that they were missing. I can't think of anything more rewarding or exciting than that to me.
When we help our students achieve their goals, because I mean, especially working for a private law school, you've got people that are taking a large amount of resources in order to enter into the legal field or to make a change, especially at OCU, because a number of people are working professionals while they're going to school. So they're doing this because they want to do something different than what they're already doing. And so our ability to get them in school, get them through school, graduated, past the bar, and with gainful employment is huge.
Working for Rhea and Ladd Drummond, one of the reasons they wanted to open the Mercantile was to give back to a community that they love so much. And we now employ 225 people in Pawhuska. Those jobs didn't exist come last October. And so really investing in our pioneers, those are what we call our employees, and seeing them grow and thrive and be able to build a career and be able to support their families with jobs that didn't exist before, I think is something that I'm really proud to be a small part of.